Hello, everyone. Good morning. How are you guys? You can hear me. Type voltage emoji in the comments. If you can hear me, type voltage emoji in the comments. All right, type a voltage emoji in the comments. All right. I can see some people are live on here currently right now. We have Nolly TV, very active, very active. So I'm going to run through a scan on the chart. We've not seen any trade setup since yesterday. We saw yesterday. We saw yesterday. The only problem I have is that the trade I saw on JP225 and USD JPY yesterday morning, I didn't take it. It was really early in the morning. I was still asleep. This was the trade on JP225. I didn't take this trade. I was so hurt because you know it was something that I woke up and marked. I was waiting for spread to come down before I can engage, and all of a sudden waking up an hour later and see that bam, price has headed, and stacked and headed straight up. So it was quite, you know it was quite crazy. If not, I would have been done for the day. All right, and sorry about that. And then USGPY, same thing applicable. I saw it too at the same time, and I was like, okay, let me wait for price to break out of this level. You see how price just broke out tiny and then tap and go. That was how I missed this one. Okay. Then yesterday's trade we didn't get a confirmation on Euro AUD. As you can see, there was no confirmation on Euro AUD. Same applicable to this particular one too. There was no confirmation. All right. So and you can see it's in a range, so that's why it's been very, very, very slow. Then I think we had this one too is also has been in a range. And I think we had just two trades yesterday. We had on gold. The gold trade took us out and then later bought. And the mistake was just, I when I was scanning through it, I didn't expect price to come back to this level again because it had already been mitigated. All right, when I was making the analysis, I didn't expect price to come back to this level again, but unfortunately, it came back and then took us out and then bought. All right, while our silver trade was the only pair that hit TP, so we took a loss yesterday on gold and took TP on silver. I don't know how many of you took this trade, but if you took this trade, congratulations to you. If you took the gold trade, well, I hope you manage your risk because I took an L on that gold too as well. All right, so I think that's the only trade we've seen so far. Really nothing too much yet. I entered directly on euro. Let me see. Um, Someone is saying, okay, praise is saying that he entered directly on Euro NZD and it took me out. Yeah, you're not supposed to enter directly. That's why we wait for confirmation. We're waiting for the breakout, H4 breakout, but it didn't happen. So there was no point to take it. All right. So we had just two trades yesterday. One SL on gold, which was I would say this was I won't call this an oversight, but I didn't expect price to get back to this level after price had mitigated it. So I won't call this an oversight. The analysis was wrong. It was wrong because I should have factored that into it. But for silver gave us a very silver was too clean. It was too clean. So we're going to scan again today and see. So what I want you guys to understand is that there are times, sorry, where you come on the chart and you would not see a trade. All right, you don't have to force it. You would not see. You don't have to force it. All right, so we'll scan again. If we don't see, then there's nothing we can do. But let's scan. Today is Tuesday. I just wanted that Monday to be the first day of the week. Let's see what happens, how it plays out, and then we can look out for today. So let's scan today from the top. I will search as much as I can and select the best I can look out for. But if we don't see, we just wait because majority of the trade setups are going to play out even next week. All right, someone is saying I should check GU. Not TV said check GU. All right, I'll check GU now. Let me move all this down to this point. All right, so where is the GU? All right, let's look at GU real quick. GU is bullish. GU is bullish on the weekly time frame. GU is bullish on the monthly time frame. All right, so no, on the monthly time frame, GU is ranging. All right, overall GU is ranging, right? All right, so but currently right now, based on the midpoint of the range, which is this guy, it is currently bullish. All right, we are reacting from the midpoint. So if we're reacting from the midpoint, we're having a bullish run to this high. This is target. All right, we'll have a bullish run to this target here. All right, so thereby, immediate target is this guy. Most immediate target is this guy. Most immediate target is this guy. But we know what's punching our volume. All right, so let's now start tracing it down to currents. So we have weekly. Okay, weekly close really nice. Now this is really good. All right, weekly close really nice. This is really good. So we just need one more confirmation. If this thing is clear because of the scarcity of trade setup, if this setup comes clear, I'll take it. Because I've not taken a trade like apart from yesterday's that we saw. I'm not really taking anything significant this week yet. And okay, so let me remove this target. Let's focus on this target here. All right, so we want to see a break. Okay, let me see. Okay, good. I think I may have seen what I'm looking for on G. Okay, I think I may have seen what I'm looking for on G. I'm expecting price to come take out this low. All right, I want to see price come take out this low. All right, because we have a break and then we have a fair value gap there. All right, but let's see what price gives to us here. We have this break. Price is currently inside. Price has triggered it before and then price bought. Yeah, so I want to see price come take out this low before I engage in the buy. All right. So for GU, I'm bullish. All right, I'm bullish on GU, but I want to see price do this. Okay, I want to see price do this. And if price should come and do this, where exactly should I be expecting price to get into? I'll be expecting price to come into this internal breakout. Okay. I'll be expecting price to come into this internal breakout. So yeah, I'll be waiting for price to do this. All right. So this is my target. So for today, as long as today is concerned, There's really nothing on GU for me until I see price come to this level. All right, which is open close key level. Nice. So this level. So before I can engage on GU, I want to see price get here. Otherwise, I'll just stay out. Okay. But directional bias is bullish. All right, I hope that was helpful. All right, so if you have any pair you want me to check while I'm checking mine, because I'm looking for my own too. All right, I'm looking for what I will use to like. So yeah, I'm waiting for price to do that. So I don't need this anymore. I don't need this anymore. All right, then looking at this, let me look at the structure. In as much as we're in a range, let me look at the structure. We swept this low. Okay, we're in a range. We are in a range. So we have this range high, range high, range low, range high. Okay, so I'm expecting price to come take out this high. All right. Yeah, I'm expecting price to come take out that high. Okay, so I'm expecting price to come take out that high. If it comes to that point, right, on the daily, I would waiting to see how daily closes there. If daily closes there really nice, then we look for H4 breakout and we use H1 confirmation to buy to these highs, right? So that's my expectations on this pair. I'm bullish on it. All right, so that's that. Let me keep it on that watch. For let me check another pair. Um, Let me check gold. Okay, someone is saying check AUDCHF, check um EUCHF. Okay. Where is AUDCHF? Where are you? 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 Okay, so we have AUDCHF here. I'm bullish on this guy. Right, I'm bullish on this guy. But let's check. On the monthly time frame, we're currently expanding. All right, we're currently expanding on the monthly time frame because we just broke out a very, very, very strong zone. All right, we broke out a very, very strong zone. So where's our target? We're almost at our target actually. All right, we're almost at our target. So I want to see price take out this high, and then I want to see price take out this high. All right, so how many is this more? 20 more days. This thing is still going to pump. It's still going to pump. But anyways, let me work with this high first. I'm expecting it to pump up to this level, actually. All right, up to this level actually. But let's work with this guy first. Let's work with this guy first. All right, so what do we have on the weekly? On the weekly, we have the same thing. All right, and on the weekly, we have just given this, which is good. Which is good. We have 3 more days for this week to close. We have 3 more days for this week to close. Okay, I think I may have seen something good. I think I may have seen something good. I think I may have seen something good. Just one more confirmation and we are good. Ah, very bad price action. Everything was okay, oh, just very bad price action. Very bad price action. Very bad price action. So price came into it and then price is expanding. So let's see if we can look for anything because the buyer has just started. Let's see if we can look for anything significant. Anything significant is all I look. Oh my god, what the hell? Okay, good. Good. So wait for price to break above here. My problem is I've not gotten where target is now. Price break above here. I think we have a trade here. The only issue I have with this trade setup now is I don't know how huge the SL, how huge this SL will be. That's the only problem I have. 15 pips, okay, not bad. 15 pips. So where did we get on 1 to 3? Okay, okay, good. Okay, good. So that's particular place I marked as our TP. So yeah, I think I have something real quick here. Though the weekly has not closed to confirm this buy, but it's the weekly is already expanding, so we can only just jump from that expansion of the weekly and then move. Usually we're supposed to wait for this candle to close. All right, but since we are reacting off here on the monthly time frame, as you can see, price got to this point. You can see multiple taps, price broke out, and then price tapped. So it's just starting the expansion leg. All right, so that is the reason why. If not, you wait for it to expand and take out this, then come back before you can buy. All right, but instead of looking at the monthly and the monthly, I now used daily profiling. And daily profiling now is we're reacting off this sweep, this volume two. After the sweep, the expansion, the volume two price came there and did another sweep. So it's the expansion of that sweep now, this particular current sweep. That's what we want to that's what we want to buy, right? Okay. So we had this sweep expansion, price came back to this low, did another sweep at this point. So this sweep is about to expand. So it's that expansion we're trying to catch now. So we just need one more confirmation, and that confirmation is this H1. All right. We want to see price close above here, and then once this candle close above here, you can set limits. Okay, so we have about 23 more minutes for this to happen. Okay, we have about 23 more minutes for this to happen. Just waiting for this candle to close above this level. All right, once it does close above the level, we set limits and then we can take this trade. Please manage your risk. All right, like I said, we're not using the weekly profile on this, is daily. So manage your risk on this. Okay, manage your risk. Let's just wait. So someone else has said I should check euro. Let me set a lot here just in case. Someone said I should check euro CHF. So let me see. Um, Euro CHF. Let me see. Euro CHF. Where are you at? Euro CHF. Where are you at? I don't know if I don't have that. Okay. Yeah, Euro CHF. So let's see what Euro CHF has for us. Um, okay, so on the monthly time frame, we are bullish. Okay, we are also bullish on the monthly time frame. Some people will ask and say, "How are we bullish on the monthly time frame? This is a downtrend. This is a downtrend. How are we bullish on the monthly time frame?" Some people will argue that, but when I tell you we are bullish on the monthly time frame, we are bullish on the monthly time frame. Okay. So the problem with this now is I do not know where my target is. That's the problem I have with this. I don't know where my target is because whatever frames your setup should first of all frame your directional bias, meaning it should frame your target. Sorry, whatever frames your directional bias should also give you, a target because the direction is leading to a destination. So if you don't have that destination, then you don't have a direction yet. So the only problem I have with it is bullish. But from the monthly time frame, I do not have any direction. I don't have any target. All right, so okay, let's work with this one. Let's work with this one. It's too close. That's my problem. But let's work with it. And did it sweep this guy? Let's work with it and let's work with this guy. All right, let's just work with these two. Okay, so let's see what we have on the weekly. Okay, this guy looks really good. All right, but this particular guy, before price will tap here, price will actually react from here first. All right, this is some SMC setup. This is their setup. SMC people. They want to calculate a sweep. They want to see price break structure. They want to see price give an inducement and break structure. And then they want to see price come back and take out that inducement. Okay. So for this to happen, if this is the target, then I expect price to fall back to this level. All right. This is a very, very good level to buy from. All right. But then since this is our target, so what do we do? At this point, price is bullish. Immediate target for directional bias for the week is this guy. All right. So what is daily telling me? Okay. I think I have a good one on the daily time frame here. So I need one more confirmation to buy this guy. Please give me that confirmation, please. Okay, give an internal breakout instead. All right, give an internal breakout instead. All right, give an internal breakout instead. Let me see 2 hours. Same thing. Give an internal breakout instead. Okay. The structure is not really good for me on this pair. So I don't think I can. It's not really good for me on this pair. It's not really good. So I would have been able to work with these points. All right, this internal structure, this internal breakout, I would have been able to work with this. But I'm not seeing a confirmation. All right, I'm not seeing a confirmation yet. Okay, it has given confirmation. We have 17 more minutes. All right, this one looked good until 4 hours. 4 hours is not, the structure is not looking like, not something I want to flow with. It looks really good. Target is already has been confirmed, but wait, let me check 45 minutes and see. It's still aligned to 45 minutes. It's already currently in a buy already. Like this whole point, the setup is already formed, but this kind of setup, I'm not really confident in them I like seeing a very, very long expansion. The setup is already completed. All right, but the RR will not give me something significant. All right, will not give me anything significant. And if at all I want to do beyond that, all right, it's something around here. But I don't like when my once my H4 structure is not clean, I begin to doubt the trade. Yeah, once my H4 structure is not clean, I begin to doubt the trade. So I will not be giving this. Okay, I'll just ignore it. If it's not clear, I don't like it. All right. Grace said it's not so clean. I was looking for that buy too. Yeah, it's not so clean. Yeah. So I would ignore that. Any other pair you want me to check? 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 State it now and let's check it. Let's check it. All right, let's check it. Even this AD CHF, it's not like it's that clear, but I can still work with this one that I saw. All right, I can still work with this one I saw. It's not that clear, but I can still work with it. Okay, I can still work with it. Reasons being that if you look at the H1 currently right now, we said we had a sweep here. Let me break it down more. All right, let me break it down more. So we had a sweep here. We had this volume two that expanded. Price came back to this point, took our liquidity here. All right, and then we are trying to trade the expansion. All right, expanded small, came back into that level. So it's about to push to the up side. Okay, then on the H4, we had this breakout. All right, this breakout price. After the sweep, we had this breakout. So what did price do? Price came back into it and then bought. Now let me tell you what price came back into that made me want to like take the price buy. Let's go to H1 and decipher the other flow. Now you can see that immediately after the sweep, the first sweep that caused the expansion. All right. At this level, we had this volume two. See this volume two. Price came via tap and then went. That's what took out this liquidity that we're trying to buy the expansion now. All right, you can see it. So this one was solid. Now this week, I'm going to this place now, created a volume, but the volume was already there because it was disrespected by this week. All right, but the candle still held it. All right, see this guy here. All right, that's what price came into, thereby taking out this internal range liquidity. All right, and then set to give us the expansion we are waiting for. All right, so that's why I covered the whole of this leg. I covered it. So once price just break above here with the body, then we enter, put our SL below here, and then we can write this one. It's still clearer than that other area, Euro CHF. This one is still clear. I can still see something to work with. That one, there's nothing to work with. In as much as this one is still very, very, because I cannot explain what this kind of structure is. It's ranging, but it's actually ranging to the upside. So we only have one more confirmation, which is the H1. Once H1 breaks above here, wait for price tag and then move. And that H1 that we're waiting to break is the second H4 breakout that price is trying to break out. Look at it here. Second H4 breakout after taking out this liquidity here. All right, second one. So we're about to buy the expansion leg. Okay, so this makes more sense to me than in terms of the structure wise. And you can see the H4 is being, it makes much more sense. Okay, so I think that's that. Let me check which other pair would you guys want me to check this morning. And then let's look at Euro NZD. Okay, Euro NZD, Euro NZD, Euro NZD, Euro NZD. Okay, so we have this Euro NZD. So Euro NZD actually is supposed to be bearish, but um, it's supposed, like I said, it's supposed to be bearish. So some people are saying bearish, some people are saying bullish. The reason why is that we are in a range, current range here. Though we are bearish, right? But we are bearish only at this point. All right, we became bearish only after the sweep. You can see this high, low, sweep, low, high, low. So within this range now of this low, you can see what I marked out here. So you see the sweep, low, breaking out this low, high, low, breaking out this low. So this range of this high and this low, that's where I've been ranging since. That's why some people are seeing buy, some people are seeing sell at the same time, right? So that's your first duty as a trader. Identify the range. So you now decide to say, okay, I want to trade the range, or I want to stay out of the range. For me, I always love to stay out of the range. So I would only want to buy, sell if price can close below this level. All right, that's the only reason that will make me sell this trade setup. All right, the price does not close below this level, confirming this second BOS, then I'm not interested. All right, I'm not interested. So what I want to see is I want to see price close below. All right, then the pullback is where I will sell from, and my target will be that low that was created after the pullback. All right, so for now, this particular trade pair, I'm not. And if you want me to explain further and then show you the weekly time frame, you see what I'm talking about. All right, you can see a high, a low, a high. In as much as this, you can see that this high is not taking out this. It's not taking out this placing above here. So that's a very, very good sign of downtrend. All right. So if you see, let's look at this structurally from the weekly time frame. You can see the sweep here. All right. You can see the break of structure at this point. Right. You can see price breaking structures below. All right, it is the last one. It's this one that has failed to break. All right, but then again, we have this failure to displace above this high. This high failed to displace above this high, which is already giving us a sign of a downtrend. All right, you can see it failure to displace. So what do I expect price to do? To be able to break out this low. So I want to see price buy to this level. Now at this point, you can see we have a fair value gap here. All right, so we have this level. So I want to see price buy up to this level. Okay, we have this inducement waiting here, and then we have this volume 2 inside this guy waiting at this point. Okay, which makes good sense. All right, and then when we check this swing high and this swing low, all right, you can see this swing high, this swing low. Price has given a swing high and has taken out the swing low. So our focus is just solely on this high and this low. So if we check the midpoint, this premium discount of this point, you will see that our FVG lies at the premium level. All right, so I want to see price, trade into this level. All right, and then dump. Most importantly, at this level here. So I want to see price get here. Okay, most importantly, I want to see price get to this point. All right, so who's sending me messages? Okay, so now you see it. So this is the only reason why I would want to buy, and I want to sell this trade. Then if price gets here, on what time frame are we looking at? Let's check this. Okay, good. So on the weekly time frame, I want to see this week. Can this week get here? Nope. But whenever this week gets here and closes at this point, then I'm interested in selling from that point. But for now, if I want to trade the range, what should I be looking out for? All right, what should I be looking out for if I decide to trade the range? Then I will now say weekly has closed at this point. All right, this place is reacting, like it's holding, the weekly time frame not to break out. So if I want to look for a buy, I'm waiting for daily to give me what, a confirmation to that level. And daily confirmation to that level is not feasible. Okay, it's not feasible. What do I mean by that? You can see that we don't have any daily breakout. All right, it's not feasible. So since it's not feasible, let me work with daily. All right, let's work with daily since it's not feasible. So we have seen that daily has reacted from this point. It gave us this daily breakout here. Currently, right now, we have price has reacted from there yesterday and closed, or price is currently reacting from there, all right, thereby giving you this, liquidity in this volume that's causing the expansion. So if today closes like this, I just need one more confirmation. All right, let me see if I can get that. Good, good, fantastic. Now the only issue I have with this trade setup now is if I want to take this, oh, it's going to buy. All right, it's going to buy, or it's already buying. So this is it here. We have a range currently. Okay, we have a range currently. We have this range. Price has manipulated to the downside, tagged into this volume tool here, which is this fair value gap, right? So price now is expanding. So after taking out the liquidities below, okay. So I want to see price give me. I want to see price give me. I want to see price give me this breakout, current breakout. Should I calculate this as a breakout? The last letter that came into the last letter that came into. Okay, someone is asking, saying that yesterday you were waiting for a H4 breakout that happened at midnight. What made you change your mind, sir? Is because of that I sold. Okay, yeah, that's that breakout at midnight. You can see what I showed you right now. See what made me change my mind. All right, it doesn't remove the fact that we are bearish. All right, and our bearishness is only, should I say, is only temporary, because if you look at the monthly time frame, we've been bullish so far. Do you get my point? So we just have some sort of a pullback, all right, and we're looking at the pullback to somewhere around this level, all right, to give us that pullback. We have that level, we have this level as well, all right, for the pullback. Most importantly, we can use this, for the point that we expect price to pull back to before we continue our buy. Okay, you can see it. Okay, it still lines with this one. Okay, but in this case, after price has given that sign of reversal with this massive drop to the downside, pulled back up, failed to displace above this, and then pull back down, failed to displace above this, price has been what, ranging. Look at it, price has been ranging. So now I'm now looking at the chart. All right, I'm now mind you, right? If I look at the chart today and I'm seeing a buy, all right, and then I come tomorrow, I'm seeing a sell. I don't trade. I don't trade overall structure. Gentlemen, I don't trade overall structure. I only trade based on how the week closes, how the daily closes. So if, for example, now we are looking at a sell yesterday, all right, or last week, and I come to the charts, and yesterday's trade now has not given, you know, the kind of expansion I'm looking for. Like I always tell you guys that I prefer expansion that are like this. Say for example, this is a break. There's some expansion that are like this. Short. We'll come back to the extreme and buy. Me, I prefer expansion that are long. Do you understand? I prefer longer expansion because I know that price will pull back to this level here and then we buy. So sometimes if the expansions are short, it can only tell you one of two things. All right. Either we're in a range or price is actually targeting the apex volume to, at the buy level or sell level. But in this case scenario, this is purely a range. You can see it. This is purely a range. If you cannot see it well, I'll take you to the weekly time frame. You can see. If you cannot see it on the weekly time frame, I'll take you to the daily time frame. You can see. This is There's no clear direction. Well, we went up, we went down, we went up, but we did not go above or below. So it's a range. Do you get my point? So I was only waiting for a confirmation to break this low. Let me continue. All right. But the low I was not looking out for, which was yesterday, was a range inside a range. So in as much as we're in a bigger range here, if you check the H4, what do you see here? This is a range. So that breakout, right? I don't know if you understand what they call this thing. AMD, the accumulation, which is this range accumulated, then the manipulation before the distribution. So immediately I came this morning and I saw that okay, price has broken at this point, right? And then entered. What when you hear H4 breakout, which I was waiting for, I've told you before, I do not enter directly, right? I do not enter directly on H4. I wait for H1 confirmation. As you can see, there's no H1 confirmation because H1 confirmation would have been I want to see a black candle close below this guy. Once it closes below this guy on the H1, then the next candle will tap and then drop. But you can see there's no H1 confirmation. So why jump in after the H4 breakout? You get the point. I already taught you this thing. I showed you my H1 confirmation. Once I see a H4 breakout, I don't enter directly. That's just one confirmation that okay, we are set to go. But I want to see H1 to confirm that yes, we're in alignment with that. So, but then when I saw the H4 and I did not see H1 breakout, it was taking too long. Then I realized that okay, this is a very tiny accumulation. We have a volume 2 sitting below here. All right, if you don't want to use the volume, you can use this whole guy. All right. So price now trades into it, sweep the low, and then what? Expands. You get my point? So this expansion now has given us a very, very good sign that okay, we are done with this whole minor range. We've manipulated, so we are trying to expand. So the expansion now is expand, pull back to this point. This is now H4. This is now the new H4 breakout. All right. Now once price gets here, I will now use H1 confirmation to buy. All right. So now this now has become my POI on the H4. All right. I'm no longer interested in anything going on here anymore. I'm only interested in this particular point. This is the only point I'm interested in so far. All right. So the moment you can narrow your analysis down to your H4 POI, then you are set to go because all it takes from there is just H1 confirmation, and that's you have a trade set up. But if you cannot narrow it from the higher time frame down to your H4, then don't just risk taking any trade. All right. So this point now is where we have about 58 more minutes for this candle to close. Hey God, I beg, this one has closed. Okay, it didn't close above. You can see this one too. The moment we got into this H4 POI, I did not rush and enter and say, oh, we're in the H4 POI. It has given us a H4 breakout. Look at the breakout, it's not really clear. H4 breakout. See it here. It made it broke out of it. I did not enter directly and say, oh, I want to enter directly from here. Because if I enter directly from here, this should have been my SL. Definitely I will be in profit. Right? But I don't just bank on H4 breakout. I now wait for what? When candle broke out, once price broke out and then came back into it, I want to see H1. And what is H1? I want to see H1. It's like the most recent H1. I want to see price close above here. Right? The moment price close above there, you see where I put my SL below here. All right, then I want to see price come back into this point. Tap. Once price close above here, I set limit. All right, then I target my targets, right? 1, 2, 3. Do you understand? So that's the same sequence we apply everywhere. So your own duty is to just find your H4 POI. Once you spotted your H4 POI clean, after checking your monthly profile, your weekly profile aligns with it. If you don't see anything on the monthly, you focus on the weekly. If you don't see anything on the weekly, then you focus on the daily. Wherever you get your profile, Make sure it delivers you your H for POI. Once you get your H for POI, you know that food is set. You're just waiting for confirmation entry, and then the trade is good to go. Okay, so what was that? What's not that pair again? Me, I don't forget though. We're looking at one pair now. Euro, Euro and ZD. So this has given us a very good. I really like this. This looks good. All right, as you can see, it aligns with H2. It aligns with H2. All right, last high that swept before the break. All right, the breakout can also be called CISD. So don't let all this long name be disturbing you. All right. So currently, right now, you have your inducement waiting for you here. Okay. So all we just want to see is price close. Coming to this point, we use H1 confirmation, and then we buy our take our 1, 2, 3, and we are done. Okay. So this is what we're going to wait out. We're going to be waiting out for. All right. We have less than 50 something minutes for this candle to close. Okay. So we're going to take this trade to. Let me set limits. Let me set alert here. Okay. So, all right. Which other pair do you want me to check? All right, Stanley. Good morning. Chris says more like SMC played out there. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, more like it. More like it. So liquidity below here, they've all been taken out. So we are heading towards liquidity above here. Okay. So our target will be anywhere above this guy. Our target. Okay. It will go more than that, but you get out if you use your H1 confirmation, you get what you want, you're out. Don't forget you are in a range. That's the most important thing to always keep in mind. So some people will just they play themselves out of the fact that they need to understand the market phase. Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? Don't think because of you are in an uptrend on 1 hour, it now means that you're in an uptrend on all the whole time frame. Look at monthly time frame. We're in a range. All right. To identify a range is not hard. Look at it. Look at this candle. We're in a range. We're in a range of this high and this low. You can see this high and this low. This high, this low. Price came to this high and broke it. That's a downtrend. You can see this one too. You can see this one too. Price came to this low. So within this range high and this range low, price broke this range high, came back into the range and then bought. Now when price got here, you can see this range. Price range here for months. Look at what it looks like. For months. So tell me, what are you looking for? What exactly are you looking for? What trade setup are you looking for here? You need to explain it to me. What trade setup are you looking for here? So this is a slaughterhouse. A lot of people they will say, "Oh, I don't understand what's happening. The market is bad." It's because you never identify that you're in range. That's something that's happening here. Okay. Now, inside here now, I've helped you identify the range now, which is this guy. Okay, and I'll still help you identify where price is going to within that range. All right, where is price going to within that range? Now, within that range, you see the high of the true range and the low. All right, this is the midpoint. So price will get to that midpoint and reverse. But that midpoint, you need to look for the POI or the volume tool above this midpoint because here is the premium. So here we have an FVG. So we expect price to come to this line directly, right? Because inside the FVG, this is the key level. Tap it and then sell. So now, since we know that this was happening right now, so we now started tracing price back to that place. That's where we started seeing a buy because for price to continue a sell, price need to break below this level. And you can see price has broken past here. As it broke, it went up, reacted from this zone and dropped, failed to this place above here to confirm that we are bearish. But what happened? It also failed to displace up below here. So it's used here as what support. So price is buying to go and get liquidity plus volume and then continue selling. So since we have this right now, we now use this and say, okay, this should be our weekly profile. Price reacting from here and price has closed. And if you see check it again, you can see that we have what CRT low on the weekly time frame, and then we have what we have CRT high on the weekly time frame. All right, so that one is even another confluence. All right, then we now go to daily time frame to now go and look at okay, what's really happening in daily time frame. So you see that price is reacting from this CRT low that has been taken. All right, price now gave a volume to price currently the volume to now swept liquidity, and then it's trying to expand. All right, now when you go to the H4, don't forget that we're in a ranging market too. But in the H4 now, what do you see here? You now see a range inside another range. All right, you now see a range inside another range. So now that range now has range. Price has manipulated, tap into this volume two, which is a fair value gap or this other block, if you'd like to call it. And then price take out this high as your immediate target. But don't forget that this is weekly high. All right, weekly high will take you into the midpoint of the range, which is the premium zone. And the premium zone, we have this key level here. So the problem with the traders is that they always forget the analysis. They cannot, I won't say they don't have the brain capacity to keep everything step by step in their head because sometimes it can be very, very, very frustrating. All right. But with time, you get to understand, but you just always pay attention. What exactly am I doing at this point in time? And that's why I said sometimes attenuate it on the screen, type it, use this thing and type whatever you want on the monthly. On the monthly, we are on the weekly, we are on the daily, we are. So once you just come and you look at it on the monthly, you just gonna check monthly because you've written it here. You're just gonna check monthly. Oh, okay, okay. On the monthly, we are arranging. On the daily, oh, okay, okay, okay. On the 4 hour, I'm waiting for breakout. Okay, 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 okay. All right, because by the time you don't alternate it like this, and then you just leave the chart and go to another chart. Before you come back, you'll be like, what did I see here? What made that I see me sometimes I'll say, what made me even want to sell this trade self? What did I see that made me want to sell? You don't just mark and say, because I marked price going to break out of here, I want to sell. You need to know why did you say you want to sell because markets can change, especially when if it were to be a bullish trend. That one is that I said I tell people avoid ranging market, just trade a trending market, whether bullish or bearish. It's easy to you just break out, come back, test, continue, break out. It's straightforward. But it's a ranging market. Anytime I see it, I run away because it's not that I cannot trade it, like I always say, but it is stressful to trade. It is stressful to trade. It's not like we can't trade it. It's just stressful. Okay, so let's wait for this H1, this H4 to break out of here and close. We have 49 more minutes. All right, we have 49 more minutes, so we can take this high liquidity, and then ultimately the weekly high. All right, so this is even a good sign. You can see after the range, then price manipulated, and then you see this expansion candle is a very, very good sign that we are going to buy. All right, so that's it. Any other thing you want me to check, please? For those of you that are just joining in, you can always take a screenshot of what we're doing here to, as a sign that you are live on this. Use the hashtag on X execution room, tag FundedVerse, tag myself at Uncommon King, tag V, tag FX Queen, and tag 2 or 3 of your friends. All right, I've been seeing a lot of new faces coming in, in the past few days, and it's really amazing. It keeps us wanting to, do more. It keeps the fire burning. So tag your people, let them come here. We'll do this every morning, or rather every day. London session 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. New York session 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. Okay, so I mean, what else would you have loved to have seen than to have this daily analysis live on the call, and then you can share your challenges, you can ask your questions, and then you can align your own setups or your own analysis with what other people are doing. Do you understand? So And most importantly, you see how people trade in real time. Okay, you see how people trade in real time. You see the losses. So I don't like, putting out things like, oh, it's only win, 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 win. No, no. You see the losses, like you can see our trade setup we took yesterday. We took only two trade setups yesterday. We took on gold, we hit SL, all right. Of course, on the overside, we hit SL. We also took on silver, and then we hit TP on silver. So it's not just about win, 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 win. If you're looking for where they'll be winning every day, you can go and ask your favorites. They'll tell you that it's not rosy. It's not always rosy. Do you understand? So yeah, so we'll wait for this guy. I love this expansion. It's really, really nice. I love this expansion. And this expansion you are seeing may go as high as taking this high first. All right, it may go as high as taking this high first. So don't be in a haste and say it's leaving me. It might go as high as taking this high first and then coming back to now continue. All right. So however the case may be, we have a trade setup. Okay. So I don't think there's any other pair we need to look at. Do you guys have any? Let me check gold. Let me check gold. Let me check gold. Gold has given us the breakout we have been waiting for a very long time. Okay. Okay. You have no, this is the monthly time frame. Weekly. We have 3 more days. Good. So you can see the breakout I told you guys I was waiting for since it was this breakout. So we used the whole of last week to break it. It was this breakout I was waiting for. So we used the whole of last week to break it. All right. So now we need this week to pull back into this point. All right. We need this week to pull back. Not like necessarily this week, but you know, once the price pull back to this level. But if this week closes, then we'll be having this. If this week closes like this, then we'll be having this weekly FVG, which is a very good one. Like I told you guys, if you're that's why I tell you guys I like my breakout to always be long. I don't like this one. I'll just be short. If the breakout is short, then you expect price to come to the apex level, the apex volume 2 below here to buy from. But if it's long, it must leave fair value gap. It must leave fair value gap. That's why I prefer it to be long than short ones. It's just that the long ones will make you feel as if, oh, price is leaving me. But don't worry, it's not going anywhere. You still come back. Okay. So on the daily time frame, um, inside the weekly time frame, inside the weekly fair value gap of of volume 2, we have this. Okay, price has broken above here, which is good. It's another level that price needs to break out from. All right, which is good. You can see. So when price breaks two structures, it's always very, very good. So price has broken past here again. So I want to see price swing down to this low, this daily FVG here. All right, I want to see price swing down to this daily FVG. Then I can look for buy. So currently, right now, price is currently reacting from here. All right, but if today closes here, they might be looking to sell. All right, we might be looking to sell below here. All right, but for now, I'm not doing anything on gold. Neither am I doing anything on silver. I think we have a confirmation on AUDCHF. Let's see. Yeah, solid. All right, so it's giving us that we have, oh, the time is still much. Okay, still good. We have 42 more minutes to take this trade. We have 42 more minutes to take this trade. I have 42 more minutes to take this trade. All right. So let me while we're waiting on that, waiting for the 42 minutes. Where do I put alert now? 42 minutes is 10 o'clock, right? Okay. All right. Let's wait. Let's wait. Let me see here. Okay, this one we still have to pull back to this level, so there's no rush. Yeah, so let's check our gold back. So on the gold, right? I am waiting for price to. I'm not looking for a sell, so I'm not trying to like catch you. His price is selling from here. I have to take a sell. No, we are bullish. We've broken past, giving us a signal that yeah, price has broken out of a weekly breakout. So we have this daily. So I'm expecting price to come into this daily time frame. All right, I'm expecting price to do this. So that's what I'm expecting price to do. All right. And when can that happen? Now that's another question. When is that likely to happen? When is that likely to happen? Let me see something. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. So when is that likely to happen? That's the question. I have this level two. I have below this low. I have a H4 FVG here. I have a H4 FVG here. So the question is, when is this likely to happen? Let me see daily. So if today closes, tap here, push up. This might happen maybe Friday or even next week. So let me focus on current price action. All right. So I have a 4-hour FVG here, which is this guy, and it's a breakout. We have what they call it, previous big low here. So I want to see what price does here. All right. I will not be looking at the daily FVG for now. I'll focus on the current price action. All right. I want to see what price does below here. All right, so once price gets to this point, if it gives confirmation, I will buy from here. All right, but let's confirm if that buy is yes. I'll buy from there. And that region sounds really, really good. Let me see weekly. Yeah, weekly is bullish. And monthly, yeah. So I would love to buy from that region. I want to see confirmation at that region, then I want to buy from there. All right, so automatically I've gotten my H4 POI. Do you understand? I've gotten my H4 POI. I have the sweep. In fact, I have multiple sweeps at this level. All right, I have multiple sweeps. So I have volume that has been created, but I'll focus on the FVG. All right, FVG into this level. All right, I'll focus on this whole level. And I want to see price. Give me a confirmation entry. Take out this previous day low, and then give me this back to this high. Okay, so this is what I'll be waiting for. But I'll enter only based on confirmation. All right, only based on. Let me see what silver has. Let me bring up that watch. And take this guy low. Take this guy low. Let me see if it's aligned with silver. Um, where's my silver? Okay, yeah, the same thing. Same thing on silver. The same thing on silver. Same thing. You can see we had a breakout here. Yeah, we have daily FVG. So price will come back here, but I don't think it will be today. It will be tomorrow. All right. We have CRT. CRT low below this guy. High has been taken, but high is not giving any confirmation to sell. That's the issue. See, there's no okay. There is on silver. All right, there is on silver, but I didn't see anyone on gold. Silver price action is looking really good. All right, looking really good. But I'm not going to take the sell anyways. I would rather wait for it to sell to the buy area. All right, because we are heavily bullish, so I don't want to trade against the trend. All right, so I want to see price come take out this low. Now, the moment price come take out this low, I've gotten my H for POI. I have a sweep that caused the expansion. All right, I have a sweep that caused the expansion. So the whole of this H4 FVG, which of course is a major breakout of this level. So the whole of this level from the H4 FVG to this breakout is my POI. All right, so I expect price to do this, give me a confirmation, and then head to this back to this guy. So this is what I have on both silver and gold. Okay. Yeah. So what else again? What else? While we're waiting for these other trades to cook, what else are we looking for? I think I had something on AUD USD. Aha. I'm looking at this area, but let me confirm why again. See why? We marked this. I think we had this setup. Price did not come back, right? Price has taken out this high, but I'm still interested in that area. So now I've come there, I've seen that price almost there, but I didn't label it. So I'm asking myself, why did I want to take this buy? So Prince, I think this should answer your question when you said I was looking at Euro NZD sell yesterday, waiting for the breakout, and it did the breakout. All right. But when I came to check, I realized I didn't give H1 confirmation, but I asked myself, why did I want to take this sell again? And I realized that, okay, it was quite in line. We were bearish, but it didn't give a confirmation. But then again, I now found out that we're in a minor range inside the major range, and then price that sell was manipulation, it was a fake out, and then price is going the next direction. So always realize, don't just say, oh, I made my analysis. When I come there, what I see is what I take. Always reanalyze your trade setup. Always do that. All right, to save you more than save you more losses than so yeah, so why are we looking at that area? So let's check. All right, so I'm sure many of you would accept the fact that this pair is in a range on the monthly time frame. Okay, so we know where we're due. Me, if I decide to take a trade on a pair, and maybe that pair is ranging. Do you understand? And I decide to take it. You know me, I used to avoid range, and I decide to take the trade. But I hit SL, it doesn't pain me because I know that what am I doing there? I ask myself, waiting, let me not speak pidgin. What were you looking for? What were you looking for in that trade in the first place? So it doesn't really pay me like that if I take, a loss on in a ranging market. I really am not pained. But if I take a loss on a trending market, it will pay me because that one, the only thing that can make me take a loss on the trending market is oversight. Maybe like you see that gold now, I did not factor in that good sell, that good buy that we took that hit sell. I did not factor in that because in my mind I was looking at it like you already mitigated. What are you looking for here again? Do you understand? And price now came back to that place. So that one really hurt me. I was like, no, 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 no. It was a sweet buy. Do you understand my point? This buy was what imagine the buy now. The buy was a very, very, very sweet buy. Like you can literally see that this thing was going to buy. But what happened? I looked at this region and said that price has mitigated here. I don't think price has any business down here again. And I took this level only for you see. Directional bias, fantastic. Entry, oversight, human error. All right. It pains me because it's very easy, very simple. Look at silver. Very, very simple. Very, very, very simple. Price just came into that point and then price bought. So let me just put that out there. So we're looking at Euro AUD. So Euro AUD, wait, what are you doing that I'm not seeing? Why are you reacting from here? Who are you? How do you form? Why do you form? Who do you form? I can see. I can see. I can see what you're doing here. I can see what you're doing here. High, low, breakout. Come back into that point for a continuation. H4, CRT, H4, FVG. We need a confirmation for a buy. What's the confirmation for a buy? Price close above this. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Okay, later close below it. But everything are classified as one candle. Let me check 30 minutes. Okay. Let me see if 30 minutes aligns with this guy. Yeah. So we might have a buy continuation from here first. All right. We might have a buy continuation from here first. We should look for a buy continuation from here first before we come to the. But wait, oh, wait. The daily time frame. The daily time frame. Weekly is currently expanding from here. Okay, weekly I've not even gotten there. Okay, so that low that I'm waiting for price to take is even the one forming weekly low. I see what you did there. What you did there. That is nice. That is nice. What's today? Today is Wednesday, right? Today is Tuesday. So the low of the week has been formed. So we're going to be pushing. Targets will be this guy. Okay. And if we look at that guy, we have this week low. We have this week high. I can see your pen. Okay, monthly. Good. We're still strongly bullish. 20 more days to go. Okay, low of the week has been formed. Okay. All right, so there's nothing wrong. This place is still valid, but if we see a confirmation here, we can buy from here based on confirmation. This looks good as well. All right, if we see a confirmation here, price close above here, and we can take a buy from here. All right, this looks good too as well. All right, this looks good. All right, see, the thing here is that just manage your risk and execute. There's nothing you can do. You just have to manage your risk and execute. All right, so we have a very good trade setup here. All right, so you can take this, wait for price to close above that point. Once it closes above there, you set your limits. This low, always give gap because sometimes price can come and sweep this and then targets your 1, 2, 3 and get dismissed. Okay, this looks good. All right, so we're still waiting for time. So if this does not give us a confirmation entry, then we can avoid it. All right, let me see for gold if it's the same. Oh, apparently it's the same thing on gold too as well. All right, the same thing on gold, but the difference between this one and gold now is that price is reacting off this We have this H4 CRT, volume plus liquidity plus volume. All right. The only way to confirm this H4 CRT if it's ready to go is if you can see 15-minute breakout. Boom. That's it. There we go. 15-minute breakout. This one is ready. This one is already cooked. This one is already cooked. All right. We'll confirm it with 1 hour. The same confirmation we used because it's the same thing. So if you want to catch H4 CRT, use 15-minute breakout. All right. So this one is good. This is a good setup. Put yourself below here. All right, but I'll check 1 hour to confirm. All right, I'll check 1 hour to confirm. Let me see 1 hour. Yeah, exactly. So we're waiting for 1 hour. What I do? 1 hour confirmation is always 15 minutes breakout. So you can, can always put that in mind. So this is a good setup. This is a good setup. So take a 1 to 3 and get out. All right, so this is a good setup. This is a good setup. Oh, nice expansion. That's very good. So this is a good setup. All right. So while we're waiting for this to happen, let me check what the daily is saying to us. Well, let me see if it also aligns with the weekly. The same thing aligns with the weekly low. Perfect. That's perfect. Let me delete this guy. It doesn't align. What's happening here? Okay, this is the breakout. This is the weekly. All right. So this is the formation of the weekly FVG after this break. So this candle is still going to push. Target will be somewhere around here. All right, on gold. So yeah, it's the same thing with this thing. So let's just wait for price to deliver that confirmation entry. Another way to confirm this entry as well is to wait for this H4 candle, to close. That's another way to confirm the entry again as well. Wait for H4 candle to close and then we use 30 minutes FVG. But in most recent times, we've been having complaints that the 30 minutes FVG price might ignore it. So that's just the only issue. Do you understand? So you can use H1 to confirm your entry. All right, use H1 to confirm your entry. So yeah, we have these two trades too as well. Looking nice, the Karukabani. Setup looking nice, the Karukabani, huh? Okay. Yeah, so this one we're waiting for this confirmation. It does not confirm no entry. Euro NZD waiting for price to pull back into this point. By 10 o'clock, wait for price to pull into this point. So the confirmation entry for this on the 1 hour time frame with this candle should trade, or any of this candle that is dropping should trade back inside. Once it trades inside here, you know what to do, and then so that you don't put your SL as big as this, and then you ride. All right, ADCHF, we have the same thing. All right, price is currently above, waiting for price 23 more minutes to close above, and then we'll buy. I think that should be all for. We shouldn't look for more. Or what do you think? Looking for more trades? How many can you take? We have this one too. Okay, I was trying to investigate why I want to buy from here. Price has given us inducement, which is good. This buy is going to hold. All right, price has given us an inducement. This is good. All right, so we just want to see price move into this point and then, but let's confirm why. Why are we buying? Monthly is bullish, no doubt. No, monthly is bearish. All right, but we're trying to buy to this point. All right, and see what happened at this point. Price got here, rejected. Price broke, came back, rejected to the upside, and then broke. So this is my target. I don't care what wants to happen above this range. This is my target. All right, so let's see what aligns with that on the weekly. You can see price sweep. Price uses this key level at this point, which is a volume 2, to expand. Price expands, close above this high, which is a breakout. Okay, and then this week we're supposed to wait for this week to close before we can take that buy. So Just wait for this week to close before we can take that buy. Mm, but let me see. These are the issues. These are the issues. Okay, yeah, we can take it. We can take it directly. But we've been on an uptrend. From here we've been breaking structures, broke structure, and then came back. All right, so yeah, I can risk this one. I can risk this. I can risk this buy. All right, so but then, like I said, it's H4 confirmation entry at all time, and confirmation entry does not excuse the fact that you not hit a sell or you hit a sell, but it reduces the SL risk or SL take. It reduces it. All right, so I think that should be all. We shouldn't be looking at any other trade setup. Our BTC that we had later sold, waiting for a confirmation, but I think the confirmation came later than expected. All right, and it came with a very, very aggressive push to the downside. So I'm still bearish on this pair. But the reason why, it's been kind of giving a downtrend consolidation just as much you give an uptrend consolidation here as giving a downside consolidation. And at the end of the day, if you check and balance this on the higher time frame, we're in a what? We're in a range. The reason why it's like that is because of what's happening in the Middle East. All right, it's called what's happening. So there's not much volatility for Bitcoin. All right, so I think that should be that. I don't really have anything more to look at, except you want us to look at something else you can indicate. We have less than 20 minutes for our setup to determine if we're going to take them or not. Let me see your card. That's been strong. That's been bearish on all time frame. It has been bearish on all time frame. It has been bearish. I don't know why. It gave a bullish sign, but I don't know why it's still coming back. We want to take out this low. All right. It has been bearish. So I'll avoid this one. Let me check USD card. USD card, yeah, we're waiting for price to break above a certain level, and if it doesn't, then we sell. So at this point, price is currently reacting from is giving out this break. Okay, it's giving us this break. Question is where? What's causing? What's facilitating? How do you form? Who you? Who you? Who is your mommy? Who is your daddy? How do you form? Okay. So we have that break. I can't necessarily say price going to get there anytime soon. I can't really say that, but mm, okay. So yeah, this wait for price to come back into these points. We look at it, we see how price closes there, and then we can we can sell back to this point. All right, we see how price closes here. It gives us a confirmation, and we sell back to this point. All right, all right. So that's that on this guy. Let me set alert here. I don't know how soon. I don't know how when it's going to get there, but that's what I'll be looking out for. All right, so we're watching. We're watching him. We're watching. So far, so good. It's just been playing around this range for a bit. All right, it's been playing around that range for a bit. So we had something on US oil. I was having this conversation with V. I think you guys were on the live here when I was asking him, that I'm bullish, but I was looking at an area below. and he said that I should buy from the current price action. All right, and price actually bought from that very point, which was here. All right, price bought straight up from that point. Okay, so based on macro, right now I can't trade. I can't just trade oil using technicals, right? So I have to involve the macro perspective. All right, so I should check GBP card. GBP card. Okay. All right. What do we have on GBP card? My God. What is this? What is what? So we just broke out on this guy on the monthly time frame. All right, we just broke out on this guy on the monthly time frame. All right, so we just broke out of this guy on the monthly time frame. All right, so I want to see price pull back into this zone. All right, and take out this monthly low. All right, and take out this monthly low. But let's now check what it looks like on the on the um on, and then on the daily. On the weekly so far, price has completed a liquidity circle. Price has taken out this high and price has taken out this low. So a liquidity circle has been completed. All right. So I cannot focus on anywhere outside or inside. Right. So what I'll just do is I'll focus on the internal range, which is this. All right. So on the daily, on the monthly, I'm not having any significant rejection apart from here. Price price came back. So yeah, yeah, yep, that's me. So we have a daily breakout here. I like to see how price closes here. All right, I like to see how price gets here and closes on the H4. Okay, on the H4, as you can see, we've been bearish on the H4 and we just reacted off this level, which is good. So let's see if we got a H1 confirmation. Yes, we did. That was fast. That was fast. So the sell has started already. All right, so I expect it to sell to this point. Let me see if I can get another entry because this price action is not looking good at all on the H4. Let me see if we can get another entry. What is this? I don't like this. So the worst that could happen is price will trade back. Price may likely trade back into that. Get back to the entry again. There's someone that said I should check it though. Okay. Okay. So GBK is not really that clear to me actually. All right, it's really not that clear to me. All right, but what I can just see currently right now is I can see it, pulling down. All right, into this daily FVG. That's all I can see. All right, into this daily FVG, this daily breakout. All right, let's see to something like this. So that's all I can see on this one. I hope you got that. I hope you got that. The person that asked the question. Okay, so we have let's check our trade. I can't I'm just using this buy time. All right, let's check our trades and see if we're doing good. So far so good. This has been pushing to the right side. So we're just waiting for the pullback. And like I said, price can take out this high and then drop. Or no, price can take out this high first and then drop. And then drop to this point and then continue buying. Okay. Remember, our target is still far, but once you get your 1 to 3, you can slip off. All right, we have this target yet. So this is the ultimate target because it's the um, weekly high that needs to be taken. XAU, fantastic, good. We have a setup here, guys. 11 more minutes. We have a setup here, guys. Good, fantastic. We have a setup, guys. Good. You can set limit on this because this 15 minutes has aligned with 1 hour. We have 1 hour more for the candle to close, so you can take this setup. It looks really set for us to go. It looks really set up and really good for us to go with. All right, so I think that should be all. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! So we have less than 9 more minutes for us to end the session, and then we see ourselves again by New York session 2 p.m. Please, at every given point in time, manage your risk. Just manage your risk. That's all I can tell you. So even if you take losses here and there, at least you know that the winning trades you take will definitely keep you in profit. All right. So there is no Superman in this market. There is no I've been hitting TP every day since I got profitable and I've never gotten a loss. Nothing like that. If you think there's anything like that, then you should just quit because you might just be setting yourself up for disappointment. Do you understand? There are losses, there are wins. So don't assume or try to paint the perfect picture that you will always win. But the most important thing is not to avoid the losses. The most important thing is to execute while managing your risk. If you avoid the losses, you will not execute. And if you don't execute, you will not make money. So so that's it. That's what I have. Any question real quick? We have less than 5 minutes. B, are you there? B, are you there? I would have said you should start setting limit now, but if you set limit now and you don't wait for this candle to close, this same candle that looks as if it is breaking out, you just pull back inside and close with a wick below. So just wait, be patient, calm down, relax, relax. Oh, oh my God. Are you guys following me? If you're following me, drop comment in the comment section. Drop a comment in the comment section if you're following me. Or maybe my voice is even because I can't even shout. Let me see if you can have V. Okay. All right. V, can you hear me?
You, man.
Yeah. Welcome on board.
Yeah, what's pumping? What's popping?
You don't have any news for us. Huh?
Brr, brr, brr. I'm just chilling on gold buy and US oil buy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, last 2 weeks I told you guys I was on gold buy, and I'm still holding that buy up to now due to the the macro stuff that we right during those times. And I told you guys that it was going to move the go to the upside for some right. And currently, people from a very good profit. USA took me out, but I found another re-entry. Remember that day I told you I think I was you. I was saying that was yeah, it was here now. So I said we should get into the trade from that the USA was going to go up, right, due to what is happening.
Yeah.
The restriction from the Strait of Hormuz, from the Iran to the US, get and of course, yes, I think we have been buying on that US oil. You understand?
I can see that you're on this buy. I'm seeing your charts.
Yeah, that is good, right?
Wow, you're in massive profit now. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think I got into that. Let me check when I got.
So where's your target?
I'm targeted. I'm looking at all time another a new all time high on gold. It might, yeah, it might be possible.
Is that possible?
Yeah, it might be possible due
Nice.
to what is happening. Due to what's happening, there's a possibility for that. I'm coming. Trying to look for. Yeah, remember, I think I got into that gold around. Trying to look at the date on the of July. Yeah, on the 24th of July. So that was an original good. So I'm looking at is let's say come in, let me go back to MT. Although my first tip is around 4,850, then second tip, yeah, so targeting as high as that. Let's see how it's going to go. Although, like I say, it's the macro, right? Anything like we are not if we are marrying a single direction, right? Anything can happen, and of course, I have to close my position, the profit I have. Remember, it also happened to me on US oil, right? I was targeting a particular price, but I have to close it for that. Then we had mid one retracement we had sometime last week or last week I about before this current buy that is happening now. So of course, if it happened that we have to close the good position, we will do that. Yeah, but for now, I have not seen any reason to close it. I'm still holding and I'm targeting a new all-time high. Right, my first take profit is around 48.50, and then second take profit around 52.89 thereabout. Yeah, so uh as I'm holding the good too, right? There have been nothing really explosive from the macro perspective side of things. You understand? There have been nothing really explosive that let's say okay, we're going to look at this. But for now, the other things we had in mind or we have said we are still holding them. You grab. So yeah, those are the few couple of pair I've been holding. Currently holding the gold and the oil, right? And for the currency, I'm still looking at it like I told us the last time. I think I, I that I was explaining with the FX screen, right? So I'm still looking at the currency, right? But those are two assets that I'm holding based on the macro perspective of things. You understand? So that is it from the macro side. Nothing really new for now, but of course, anything can happen before the New York session. If it comes up, then definitely I'll be here to bring it to you live and direct. You understand?
V,
Yeah, Alpha.
they see your network is always breaking. What's happening?
My own network is always breaking one.
Yes.
Please, so is it breaking from your own end?
No. That's what I'm
That means
wondering.
that means not my network. At least it's my network, it should be general stuff. I mean, yeah, so that is it for the macro side. I think there's nothing really. Oh, come on, you there?
I'm here. I'm here. Stanley said we are expecting a buy on gold, currently giving confirmation on 30 minutes. Yes, 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 yes. We're expecting a buy on gold, expecting a buy on silver, and ADCHF as well as USD. All right, let's go. V Alpha.
Yeah, I'm good.
This okay, gold is crossing. Hold on first.
This what?
Gold is also crossing. No, hold on. No, I want to send this. Oh, this one did not close. This one did not give confirmation. This one did not give confirmation. This one did not give confirmation. So in this case scenario, price will not come back to this point. Price will just break past and keep going. The next candle will open and then continue. In this case scenario. In this case scenario. So I think we'll just stay put with but for this one not to give confirmation, it doesn't look good. But we'll just stay put with gold. Let me see this. This one has opened new 4 hours, so expect price to pull back to this level. All right. So once price gets here, guys, please use your H1 confirmation to join this trade. Do you understand? Because we might not be live here once this happens. All right. We might not be live here when this happens. So, anyways, guys, please manage your risk at all time. Like I always say, manage your risk at all time. And if you have any question whatsoever, do well to post using the hashtag. We tag myself and tag FX Queen. We definitely have on there. And if you want to explore funded verse trading conditions, you can as well use the code VIP to get a 20% discount. So I'll catch you guys by 2 p.m. London session. Please manage your risk. All right. B, mute your mic. So, um, so manage your risk and let us see you know how it goes. Okay.